Welcome. In this video, what we're going to look at is talk about sourcing and explain what sourcing is in the context of procurement and supply chain management, but as well, the role sourcing plays in ESG and the triple bottom line and how to implement sourcing in that situation there. So first, let's go ahead here for a second and talk about what is procurement and look at these bullet points too. So in the context of procurement and supply management, sourcing refers to the process of identifying and evaluating suppliers for the products and services that an organization needs. It involves considering factors such as quality, cost, delivery, reliability of suppliers, and the goal of sourcing is to select the best supplier or suppliers that can provide the required products or services at the most competitive price and with the least risk. Now, in the context of ESG and the triple bottom line, sourcing plays a critical role in promoting sustainability and social responsibility in the supply chain. It also involves considering factors beyond just cost and quality. For example, the environmental impact of products and services being sourced, the labor practices of the suppliers, and their overall social and ethical performance. Sourcing can contribute to the triple bottom line by helping to balance out the economic, the social, and the environmental considerations in supply chain decisions. Now, lastly, what is implementing sourcing in procurement and supply management? The steps we go through is we define the procurement needs and requirements for the products and services being sourced. Then we would develop a sourcing strategy, identify potential suppliers, evaluate those suppliers, and select the suppliers based on criteria such as quality, cost, delivery time, and reliability. We would also consider ESG factors and select suppliers that would have a positive impact on the environment and society. Lastly, we would negotiate contracts, establish relationships with the suppliers, and work to ensure ongoing performance and improvement. So let's look next at the why of this in these three areas. In terms of importance of sourcing in ESG and the triple bottom line, sourcing can have a significant impact on the environment and society. It's a key factor in promoting sustainability and social responsibility in the supply chains, and poor sourcing practices can result in negative environmental, social, and economic impacts, while good sourcing practices can create positive impacts across the triple bottom line. When we look at the importance of implementing sourcing properly in ESG, it can help organizations meet their ESG goals and improve their overall sustainability performance. It can reduce risks and costs associated with poor supplier performance or negative impacts on the environment or society as well. And lastly, it can also enhance brand reputation and customer loyalty by demonstrating a commitment to sustainability and social responsibilities. So what organizations should consider and do in terms of implementing sourcing properly in ESG, they should consider ESG factors in their sourcing decisions and develop a clear strategy for selecting suppliers. Sourcing must also conduct due diligence on suppliers to ensure compliance with ESG standards and mitigate any risks. They also should collaborate with suppliers to improve their ESG performance and support their sustainability efforts. Lastly, work to monitor and measure the ESG impact of sourcing decisions and use this information to continually improve sourcing practices. So finally, when we come down to the impact part, we can summarize it as follows in these four areas. Environmental impact-wise, sourcing decisions can have a significant impact on the environment through production, transportation, and disposal of products and services. Also, choosing sustainable and environmentally friendly suppliers can reduce the carbon footprint of the supply chain and minimize waste and pollution. With respect to social impact, sourcing decisions can impact the social conditions of workers, communities that are involved in the supply chain, and selecting suppliers that adhere to ethical labor practices and support local communities can have a positive impact socially and promote fair and just working conditions. From an economic perspective, the economic impact is this economic sustainability of the supply chain and the organization as a whole. And choosing suppliers that provide high-quality products or services at a competitive price can increase profitability and support long-term growth. So from an overall perspective, the impact means this. Proper implementation of sourcing in ESG can promote sustainability and social responsibility. This can enhance brand reputation, build customer loyalty, and increase organizational resilience. And finally, good sourcing practices can also create a positive feedback loop where sustainable and responsible practices get rewarded with increased business opportunities and improved financial performance.